Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Lisa Durantino. I am a yoga instructor, and I'd like to bring my background and my story to you, and hopefully, this will entice you, or at least bring an interest to you to want to try some yoga for yourself. Once you understand the benefits, and as you do continue with the yoga practice, as little or as much as you would like, you will see the immense amount of benefits that it does bring. Excuse me. So, my experience with yoga, I started about 15 years ago, and probably within the last 10 years is when I really started getting into it more heavily, especially since I attended the yoga teacher training, learned more of the background on it, how old it is, why it's so important, what it does for your body on a physical level, for your mind, calming the fluctuations of your mind. As you know, our mind has a tendency to wander in 50 million directions at one time. And also balance your nervous system. So for first responders, this is a big issue. Your careers, whether it's firefighting, police work, EMT, emergency room, doctors, nurses, etc., your nervous system is continually in this state of high energy, right? And once that high energy situation is removed, you want to be able to balance your system back down to where it should be. And over time, if you don't have a way to regulate this, it will cause problems as you continue with your high stress career. So I have seen it in the past multiple times, and usually around mid 40s, late 40s, early 50s, getting somewhere near retirement. Your vagal nervous system doesn't know how to regulate itself anymore, and your body remains in this high energy state, which means your blood pressure is higher, your heartbeat is higher, everything is just out of balance, and you never come back to a calm state. So what yoga does is it trains you to stay in the present moment. It trains you to be more aware of what you're feeling at that moment and how to stay in it. So one of the initial things is to, yes, practice the physical postures. They are called asanas in Sanskrit, which is the language initially yoga was written in. It's no longer a language, but I like to use it here and there, so you might hear some sprinkles of some of these words, especially in the asanas, the poses, because I just think it's cool to know that. So the physical part is important for sure. Please do not get sidetracked by when you Google yoga and these very young, very pretty, very slender women are on the screen, right? And they're doing, their ankle is behind their head and they're in these crazy poses, and you're like, I can never do that. It's never going to benefit me. What's the point? I had the same idea. And trust me, I don't do those crazy poses either. I never have. And it's okay. You can still get the full benefit. We do not have to be acrobats to get the full benefit of a yoga practice. The other part is your mind and incorporating the two of them together. So when you are doing your physical practice, what you want to do is focus on, yes, the posture, where your body is in that moment. So, for example, your hands are out here, right? You want to know that they're out there. And this comes in handy when you're dealing with, say, a fire, and you need to have proprioception, right? You need to know where your body is if you can't see because it's dark from the smoke or it's at night or whatever the case may be. So those things will help that as well. Also, the physical part, it will increase your flexibility. You do not have to be flexible to begin a yoga practice. That will increase it in time. It will also increase your strength, your muscles. You will be using smaller muscles that you may not even know exist until you start using them, and like, ow. It will make your joints more mobile. So for that, what I like to focus on too is injuries or soreness. As we get older, the general population, not just first responders, we may start to have lower back issues or knee issues, our hips, our shoulders, definitely. I know, because I have shoulder issues. I also have lower back issues, and although it may sound counterintuitive, moving through, and I don't mean severe pain, but exercising these parts, these muscles, these joints that are not functioning up to par as they used to, through these movements in yoga, it will release some of that tension, some of that stress, and hopefully bring you back to a state of no pain at all. There's also the breathwork part, which is different from meditation, which we can work on later. The breathwork basically brings you into the present moment. It's a calming exercise. Say you're going out on a call, or you're going to get involved in something with friends or family, or some uncomfortable situation that may raise your blood pressure, right? Activate that nervous system. So you want to just breathe. And I'm sure you've heard this before. I'm sure you may have told people that were involved in some sort of mission that you were on. Just breathe, take some breaths, just be steady. And there are different breath practices. The Sanskrit word for that is called pranayama, and it basically just balances out your nervous system, so you're not in that high, not sure what you call that, but that is basically a overview of what I want to give to you, what I want to show you, what I would like for you to hopefully have a little bit of interest in, so you are intrigued and give it a try. It can't hurt to try it, and we'll go from there. So today I'll just give you very basic movements just to ease you into it and see how that affects you. Then we can always progress. What I like to do is start with easy movements, just kind of like a warm up, just kind of flowing, and then get a little bit deeper into the muscles. If we're targeting certain muscles, certain body parts, for example, the lower back, what can we do for that? Or knee issues. If you do have trouble with your knees, over time we do, you want to strengthen more of your thighs, those bigger muscles. You want to make them stronger so they keep everything in alignment. A big thing with yoga asanas, postures, is alignment. That is, I like to say it's critical. I know that might sound a little harsh, but it is super important. Everybody's body is a little bit different. It's not going to feel the same on each side. We do each pose on both sides to balance it out. You always want to do that. So let's get ready. We're going to start in a standing position, and we shall go from there. Okay, hang on.